Meghan Markle's recent St. Patrick's Day Instagram post, featuring what the author describes as unsettlingly green waffles, has been interpreted as a desperate attempt to remain relevant, particularly in comparison to the more established and traditional royal presence of Princess Catherine. The author frames Markle's actions as a culinary crime scene, highlighting the perceived disparity between her approach and Catherine's more refined and dignified public appearances. The author focuses heavily on the visual presentation of Markle's St. Patrick's Day breakfast, describing it as horrifying and suggesting that even a child playing with food could have created a more appealing arrangement. The description of the waffles, artificially colored green batter, a kiwi slice forming a disturbingly positioned mouth, blueberries as eyes, and whipped cream as hair, paints a picture of a chaotic and unappetizing meal. The author suggests that Markle's children, Archie and Lilibet, likely perceive the meal as something far from celebratory. The author also criticizes the waffles intended for Markle and Prince Harry, describing them as simply plain green waffles adorned with strawberries and cream, further emphasizing the perceived lack of effort and artistry. The author contrasts Markle's Instagram post with Princess Catherine's participation in the St. Patrick's Day parade, highlighting Catherine's grace, class, and genuine engagement with the event in her role as Colonel of the Irish Guards. This juxtaposition serves to underscore the author's central argument. Markle's attempt at a festive breakfast pales in comparison to Catherine's established royal presence and dignified public service. The author suggests that Markle's actions were driven by jealousy and a desire to compete with Catherine for public attention. The author further criticizes Markle's seemingly contradictory actions, pointing out her past public pronouncements about her commitment to healthy, organic food for her children. The author highlights the irony of Markle serving her children what is described as chemically enhanced green batter and aerosol whipped cream, suggesting a disconnect between her public image and her actual actions. The author speculates that Markle's actions are not a genuine celebration of St. Patrick's Day, but rather a calculated attempt to generate media attention. The author sarcastically suggests that Markle's future attempts at relevance might include dyeing an entire cake green and claiming Irish heritage. The author concludes by emphasizing the inherent difference between Markle's attempts at creating a public image and Catherine's effortless elegance and dedication to royal duties. The author argues that Catherine's genuine engagement and commitment to her role will always overshadow any publicity stunt Markle might attempt. The author's tone is consistently critical and dismissive of Markle's actions, portraying them as desperate and ultimately unsuccessful attempts to compete with a more established and respected royal figure. The overall narrative is one of stark contrast, highlighting the perceived difference in class, dignity, and genuine engagement between the two women. The author's choice of language, tragic attempt, culinary crime scene, pathetic pancake PR stunt, consistently reinforces the negative portrayal of Markle's actions and their perceived lack of success in achieving their intended purpose.